The research vessel Stellar Inquiry orbited Earth with scientific curiosity, its sensors mapping and cataloging the primitive world below. Dr. HFY Nara, a Xinthian biologist of considerable renown, reviewed the initial genetic scans with growing bewilderment. "This cannot be correct," she muttered, her three eyes fixed on the holographic display. "Run the analysis again." The ship's AI complied, scanning the genetic material of the dominant species with meticulous precision. The results were identical. The bioscanner flagged the genome with an urgent alert. "Warning, genetic anomaly detected. System updated, classification, Deathworld organism." Dr. HFY Nara's colleagues gathered around the display, their expressions shifting from professional interest to genuine alarm. "That classification hasn't been used in 2000 cycles," whispered Assistant Krell, a younger researcher. "Not since the Extinction Wars." The Xinthian biologist began to explain the readings to the gathered crew. "According to our analysis, this species, the humans, possess genetic markers that should not coexist in a living organism. Their DNA contains adaptation patterns for extreme heat and extreme cold. Markers for surviving in low-oxygen environments and high-oxygen environments. Resistance to radiation, toxins, and pathogens that should have rendered them extinct millions of years ago." She highlighted sections of the genetic map. "But here is where it becomes truly peculiar. They possess what we call mutation tolerance. Their bodies can adapt to damage and stress in real time. Broken bones heal. Severed limbs do not, but they develop complex prosthetics. They can survive injuries that would instantly terminate other species." "How is this possible?" asked Dr. Vex, the expedition's chief geneticist. "No naturally evolved species should have this level of biological flexibility." "I have a hypothesis," HFY Nara said grimly. "Their homeworld." She pulled up planetary data on the display. The images told a story of relentless hostility. Massive continents racked by tectonic activity. Atmosphere thick with oxygen, dangerously high levels that would be toxic to most galactic life. Vast oceans that froze solid in ice ages lasting millennia. Weather patterns of unprecedented violence, hurricanes, tornadoes, and storms that reshaped landscapes. "Earth is a death world," HFY Nara explained. "Perhaps the most severe in recorded history. It does not merely possess one lethal environmental factor, it possesses dozens. Simultaneously. The humans did not evolve on a hospitable planet that slowly became harsh. They evolved on a world that actively tried to kill them at every moment of their existence." The crew fell silent, absorbing this information. "So their adaptability is necessity," HFY Nara finished. "Their very genetic code is built on survival. But there is more." She displayed behavioral data collected from the surface. Humans building shelters against catastrophic weather. Humans developing medicines to fight diseases. Humans creating tools and weapons to hunt prey. Humans going to war with each other, then making peace, then warring again. "They are not merely adapted to survive," HFY Nara continued. "They are adapted to overcome. To innovate. To refuse extinction even when it seems inevitable. Their psychology is built on solving impossible problems because their world has presented nothing but impossible problems since their species first evolved." Assistant Krell looked at the readings with new understanding. "And now they have begun leaving their world." "Yes," HFY Nara confirmed. "Primitive spacecraft, yes. Limited technology, certainly. But the trajectory is clear. Within a century, they will have reached interstellar capability. Within 3 centuries, they will rival established powers." Dr. Vex leaned back, his sensory organs dimming in concern. "We should report this to the Galactic Council. If they classify humans as a Deathworld species with this genetic profile, the Council will likely impose restrictions," HFY Nara interrupted. "Possibly quarantine. Perhaps intervention." She looked out at Earth spinning below them, that beautiful, deadly world with its thin blue atmosphere and turbulent weather systems. "But I suspect," she said quietly, "that intervention may prove complicated." As if to punctuate her words, the ship's sensors detected a launch from Earth's surface. A simple rocket, carrying humans toward orbit. Dr. Vex checked the trajectory. The humans were launching directly toward the stellar inquiry. "Are they attacking?" someone asked. HFY studied the signal emanating from the rocket. It was not a weapon. It was a transmission, a greeting in multiple languages, broadcast across all frequencies. "No," she said, a note of wonder in her voice. "They are introducing themselves." The crew watched as the primitive vessel approached, its inhabitants brave enough to reach toward the stars despite possessing only fraction of the technology of those stars' inhabitants. "Update the classification," HFY ordered the AI. The system complied. Classification update, Deathworld species, ascending threat level, recommend immediate observation and documentation. Addendum, species demonstrates unprecedented drive and adaptability. Recommend, do not underestimate.